xefa, exatament.
Vale, que en el si es veu és igual, si podem fer una miqueta més a baix, com ja he ficat.
We are not alone. A bright, shining object has been filmed hovering in the sky above Falkirk in Scotland. UFO experts say it's the best footage ever seen of a possible alien spaceship.
My name is Councillor Billy Buchanan from Bonnybridge. I have been a councillor for over 25 years and just been re-elected for another 5 years.
This is Norfolk in 1993. Has any explanation been given for what these are?
Call me Billy, by the way.
Sorry?
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm too young to be called Mister.
Okay.
I've never, ever, on any documentary, anywhere, any film or that, told them about aliens. Have I ever met an alien? A friend of mine had come into my house one evening in 1992 and started telling me about a phenomenon that he had experienced while travelling with his car. He was very frightened. So what happened was to find out if there was anybody else that saw the same phenomenon that he had saw, I put it in the local press. I could not believe at that particular time how many people had came forward. And that was really the beginning of the Bonnybridge Triangle. The triangle actually can stretch as far, I would say probably 20 miles. It goes by Falkirk and it goes by Cumbernauld and it goes towards Stirling. The whole area of Falkirk is about 165,000 people. The people that have actually said that they saw something or they believe that it's there is probably well over 60,000. And it's not diminished. We still have sightings probably every week. There's somebody who'll phone me up and say that they saw something that they can't explain. Because what you've got to remember is that a UFO is an unidentified flying object. We have these individuals who call themselves ufologists. Now, I've met them from all over the world, but nobody has ever come in here and actually gave us a defined answer what's happening in Bonnybridge. There are so many different theories. The latest one is time travel. You know, the people believe that the Americans and the British and the Russians have cracked time travel, and what the people in Bonnybridge are seeing are actually us in the future coming back. There's also they're saying that there's a major UFO base in the sea not far from Bonnybridge, and that people have actually seen them coming out the water. The theories are there. I mean, there's so many theories, but the fact of the matter is that I've still got an open mind about everything. One of the problems that we have in this country, and it happens everywhere, is the misinformation that comes out from our own governments, who for whatever reason don't want to tell us the truth. I would not believe one word that would come out of any politician's mouth or a government in relation to major issues like this, because somebody knows, but they're not telling us.
Councillor Billy Buchanan is a popular local figure who's championed many causes, gaining a reputation as a man of the people. But even he was stunned when locals came to him with stories of strange objects in the skies.
Since this first happened in 1992, I have went down to London to every Prime Minister that's been in since that period of time. asking them to do an investigation into the Bonnybridge phenomena. Now, when the Scottish Parliament was set up, I went to the Scottish Parliament, the same, and asked them to investigate into what was happening in the Bonnybridge area. And as yet, there is no politician or political party or government or Prime Minister that has taken this on.
I'm writing a letter at this moment to Tony Blair, the new Prime Minister. I'm saying, you get in here and give us an explanation. Now, it might be a logical explanation or a rational explanation, but we demand an answer.
So far, Councillor Buchanan's extraordinary request for a government inquiry hasn't been taken up. Meanwhile, in the Falkirk Triangle, residents report that the number of alien visitors is still increasing. But then, of course, that includes the English tourists who've come up to see what all the fuss is about.
We've got many people that come into the Falkirk district for tourism, but obviously people come to Bonnybridge because they've seen something on the TV or a DVD about the phenomenon that's been going on here for so long. So people that's just got an interest in ufology or UFOs will come into Bonnybridge. But we haven't got anything catered for them. We don't have a shop that sells any goods or items. We don't want that, and I don't want that. Over the years, I've met a lot of strange people that suddenly turn up at my house or suddenly turn up at my office, and they want to talk to me, or they've got a theory. Everybody's got a theory, and that's good, because remember that you've got to have an open mind. I had a major seminar in Falkirk. 2 weeks before it, I had got a phone call that says, "My name is Phyllis Schlemmer, and I want to tell the people why there are so many sightings in Bonnybridge." So she came all the way over from America, but she had somebody with her, and the person, she called them Harmony. Harmony had long hair down here, had big slanted eyes, and she had her coat like that, but her hands were like a crocodile's. Now, if I had to tell you that I believe that she was a reptilian, which apparently is one of the species of aliens that apparently are on Earth, according to Nick Pope. Nick Pope is a government, what I would call an agent provocateur. He's with the Ministry of Defence. He is a debunker, but he now goes out and tells everybody that there's 7 different species of aliens that are coming to Earth. So what happened was, when she was going back after the show, and when she was going back to Edinburgh to get her plane to America, I spoke to Harmony, and I said to Harmony, "Harmony, can I say I would like to thank you for coming?" By the way, she took no part in it, she was just there. I said to Harmony, "Everybody believes that you're an alien." And we still believe she was an alien. Me and my family have suffered personal attacks by the media. The local media and the national media portrayed Bonnybridge as a sort of laughing stock. And also myself, as being a local politician, you can imagine that people were easily to criticise somebody in my position who believed in UFOs. What I have said since day one, I believe in the sincerity and the credibility of the people that came to me and told me about a sighting. I've even had some abduction cases. We've had abduction cases in Bonnybridge. We've had crop circles in Bonnybridge. You name it, they're there. Now the fact is that over the years, over that period since 1992, Bonnybridge has now gained the credibility that it deserves. Nobody laughs if somebody in Bonnybridge or in the Falkirk and Bonnybridge Triangle says that they've seen something. Now, I still don't know what it could be. Is it military? We don't know, but we demand to know.
Okay, gentlemen.
Okay.
Bon voyage.
Bye.
My point is this: if I had $1 for every time somebody has asked me why Bonnybridge, I would be a multi-millionaire. And you know what my answer is to everybody? Why Bethlehem?